Gotta bring her to Hawaii, dude.
You can't bring her on a corporate retreat.
It's a no-brainer. Text her now. She said yes! Aloha, motherfucker, I told you! Yes!
I've got this girl meeting me here, and she's amazing.
I want to say, I feel like every romantic comedy is, what it's always been missing is a shark attack. Where did the shark attack come from for this? That's amazing.
Shark Attack.
Yeah, that was pretty insane. This script was pretty sneaky in terms of you would be reading it and you're like, wait, whoa, because when you hear like, oh, it's a romantic comedy, and you're like, all right, and then all this shit happens, you're like, what the fuck movie is this?
Yeah,
But I like that.
I was reading it, going, oh wait, we're doing this. Oh wait, now we fall off a cliff. Oh wait, now what? So that was the fun part. It was like not knowing for sure, and when people watch it, they don't really predict what's happening.
It was fun explaining to David what a three-way was. He's like, oh, it's like when three cars are at an intersection? We're like, no, David, no.
Then I go, I'll find out. Boom, bow, bow.
Okay.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Every day, the girls will watch and complain and then come back. They'd be like, and walk back. And I go, is everything okay? They're like, I mean. Is it good that I cough all the time? I just try to eat in between, and now I'm like throwing up.
Oh
yeah,
no,
it's somebody eat for you.
It's terrible to have to cough anywhere right now because people always look at you like, what? What's going on? What's going on? It's so weird. It's so scary.
Yeah, I smoke cigarettes too, so I cough, and then people freak out like they're dead, and I'm like, no, I'm dying.
Yeah, I'm okay, guys. I gotta ask you, I like seeing you play the romantic lead, the quote unquote straight man. What was it? You really let Lauren go crazy with this one. That looked like fun.
I liked, well, first of all, Lauren being so funny was a big help because most of it is me reacting. But I'm trying to hold it together by giving good reactions so you can try to get a laugh off of Lauren and me. And it's like with Nick, he's saying crazy things. I'm trying to get a laugh on my end and then go back to Nick. So you try to double up like that. Try to be the voice of sanity in the movie. But it's definitely a tricky thing to play for me. It's not my thing I do. I usually am such a, attention, thirsty for attention. So it's
Yeah, have you seen his Instagram? Good Lord.
Yes, I have.
Hey, everyone, remember me?
Hey guys, remember me from 20 minutes ago? I'm still here. I got a new thing.
I'm not going anywhere.
What quarantine? I'm out here.
Look, it's a scrunchie.
Look, it's my act from 1987.
Is it hard for you guys to find humor? So much is going on. It's such a crazy time. I think we kind of need it, though. How are you guys going through this and finding the funny in all of this?
Luckily, my parents got divorced, so I'm good at blocking everything out, acting like. So now I just walk around. What quarantine?
Well, when you're a comedian, your brain is so trained because you've been basically a comedian your whole life, essentially. So your brain just goes there, no matter how awkward or weird things are. Your brain can't help but go there. So it is hard. But thinking about doing stand-up after this, it's tricky to, you don't want all of a sudden the next 15 specials that come out are all quarantined, comedy. Yeah. So you want to still figure that out. I don't know. It's a bizarre time is an understatement. It's just day to day in terms of where does anything go? What does a year from now look like?
Actually, comedically, when you do stand up, if we ever go do stand up again.
You do stand up?
They you write about what you know and your experiences, and so everyone's doing the same thing right now. So it's like a bunch of people when they get married and have a kid, and their act is all about having a kid. You go, oh shoot, I guess we're all just gonna talk about this, but it's gonna be hard to find an angle that's not beat. Nick's got some tired premises, so he's all right. But if you're trying to do some fresh stuff,
David's whole sushi bits aren't gonna fly as well. Don't you hate it when salmon's too raw? Right?
I'm like, a good doctor could bring this one back.
Well, see, I like your sushi bits, David. So to be fair, I want them back.
Bring them back, David.
So what's next for you guys after this? Do you have anything planned? Obviously, it's a weird time.
I don't. I'm just, we have stand-up gigs. I'm sure Nick does too. And they keep toppling as every month they're like, we just got rid of all your gigs in June, then July. Then I just hope there's something in 2020 stand-up wise, because I think Nick's in the same boat. You haven't gone a month without doing stand-up. I mean, maybe on a movie you're stuck, but it's very rare to go 2 months without doing any stand-up.
I've gone a year without doing stand-up. I took stand-up off for a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw your.
Yeah, I had a sketch show on Comedy Central, so that took up so much of my time. But, yeah, but it is weird. I don't know. I was supposed to be filming Indiana Jones right now. I was Indiana Jones, and they had to cancel it. So,
fuck.
I'll have to find something else.
I was playing E.T. in the remake.
I would have been there. Guys, we got to wrap it up, but it's always awesome to talk to both of you. I'm a big fan of your guys' work. You make me laugh.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, hang in there, dude. We'll get through this and have something to promote again, hopefully.
See you on the flip side. Yeah, exactly. Man. See you live again.
See you live.
See you guys.
Later, dude.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thanks.
And cut, please.
You're obsessed with me. We're either going to end up married or I'm going to end up dead in a ravine somewhere.
What?
I'm down for either.
First, you are so good in this film.
Thank you.
It was a blast to watch. Where did you go to find this girl? She's insane, but in kind of an enjoyable way.
Thank you. I mean, I've been doing improv comedy for the last 15 years, and I play really, really big characters when I do improv. So this is kind of right in my wheelhouse. I just haven't really had the chance to do it on screen that much. So it was really, really fun for me to just get to explore this character and say anything and see how far I could push it before they told me to reel it back in.
Like, was there what did they pull back from you? I mean, I what's on screen is insane.
I know. Well, that's actually kind of what's so crazy. I'm actually so surprised that they let so much of that stuff be in the final cut. So I'm really excited that they let a lot of that in there. I thought a lot of that would be on the cutting room floor for sure.
What's it like working with David? Because I've met David once, and he seems like such a lovely gentleman, and you two have really lovely chemistry here. What was it like working with him?
It was so great. I mean, he's always been one of my favorite comedians. Anytime I've been asked who my top 3 from SNL are or whatever, like he's always been up there. So I was really, really excited to get to work with him, and he lived up to my expectations. He's so nice. He's so funny, and just a really warm person, and he really made me feel comfortable, in this crazy role. So I really appreciated that.
Did you have any injuries on set? Because it's like
I don't think I actually did get hurt. I can't think of any time I actually got hurt, but I had some struggles, that's for sure. And I mean, the moments when I had to, in the tub, even where I'm dunking myself underwater to come up as Hellstar, that was like oddly challenging for me. The water was not deep enough. They put sandbags under the water so I could hold myself under between, before I'm supposed to come up into frame. So that stuff was kind of hard, but no injuries. So I made it through unscathed pretty much.
Good. How much is this like you? I mean, you're so you seem chill. You're very nice. How much is this like you? Do you ever let that part of you out?
I think I really saved this kind of part of my personality for the stage or for my podcasts, and my comedy is much wilder than my true personality. So I think people can be really surprised when they meet me and then see me do something like this, because it doesn't really totally add up with how I am in person. But I think at least hopefully I'm easier to hang out with than Missy. So there's that.
Well, I don't know. I would kind of want to hang out with Missy, to be honest. I think that, yeah, there's something, like he falls in love with her, and there is something about her that's just honest and pure.
Yeah,
and that must be fun.
That was really fun. It's true. I mean, I think it was fun to try to find what made her a real person, so it wasn't just completely a caricature the entire time. I mean, it's a broad character for sure, but we found some emotional connection there between her and Tim, and some heart to her character, and a little backstory to explain like how she ended up being like this, and why she attacks life in this way. So we tried to ground it as much as we could.
How important is it for you as an actress to feel real, like to feel you're not faking, especially with a role like this?
It's really important. I mean, I think when you're doing comedy, so much of it in terms of feeling real or fake comes from commitment and like your level of commitment as an actor. And this role required 130% commitment. Like, it's just, you have to go so hard or it feels false. And I think for myself, like, it was just necessary to push myself as far as I possibly could to hit those jokes and to make it feel real, because any sort of like half-assing in that situation, it takes you out of it and you really think about the actors more than the character. So yeah.
That makes sense. Well, I guess I've got one more minute. What's next for you?
Well, I'm coming up on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire very soon, the celebrity edition. I got to play for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, and it was really thrilling. So everyone can check that out soon.
Well, I'm very excited, and honestly, congratulations. I'm looking forward to people discovering you in this role. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. It was good talking to you.
You too.
Sorry. This has turned out to be the best time I've had with a guy in a really long time.
Me too. Me too. With a girl. Yeah.
So I got this. Oh, thank you. I love yours. You look great.
I hear a few, Jamie.
See, we could do it together. I gotta say, one of the things I noticed about this film is the joke is that you and David have this amazing chemistry, and oh my gosh, you're the perfect couple. But you guys legitimately have this really lovely chemistry. Did you find that? Did you feel that?
I love my Spade. I do. Like, Spade can be an asshole that I love. He is so funny. It was literally a reunion, 15 years ago. It's all of us back together from the bench warmer. So I think right there, it was all like, they're like, come in for this picture. Like, we all kind of did this one picture back. And you know what? We do have a lot of love. We all grew up together. They're so funny. And so they give you a hard time, but they just embrace, all the actors. And I think that's what's fun about making, a happy Madison film. Like, it truly is like a family feel. They make you feel like that. And, I do love Spade. I've known him for a really long time. Like, he's, he doesn't like me saying this, but he's actually a really great guy.
Yeah, he really is. And I think what I liked about him in this is he kind of plays the straight man but like, I really liked your presence here. I feel like there's a much you grounded a little bit. Did you feel that way? What did you take from this character? How much is she like you?
I did feel grounded in her. I felt, there are several times in my life where I've met people in those situations and I'm like, wait, why did I meet you? You know what I mean? And I have had those moments where, even though brief, that I have connected with someone. So I tried to kind of like take that back and consider that, you always wonder, that person in the airport or that person, at a coffee shop, or you catch that look with someone. So I did feel quite grounded in playing Missy. I've always been a quite positive person. You never know where you're going to meet someone. You never know how it's going to happen. And I think that's what's great about this film, is that what you think is like, oh, she's the perfect person or he's the perfect guy, like, actually may not be that. But you always want to go with, the feeling of like, you never know, you know what I mean? So I did feel in being like, wait a second, there's something, like, I'd kind of been there before, and I had met someone in an airport. I didn't get to meet them ever again.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I kind of played on that. I'm not a huge method actor, but I had that experience and I kind of drew from it.
No, have you ever, like, the entire premise of texting the wrong person, I feel like that's something we've all done. We all have our horror stories about texting the wrong person, telling your dad, oh, I'm just at a party or something. Or, have you ever had that experience?
I definitely texted the wrong person. I was bitching about my girlfriend and texting her that I was bitching about her, which was really fun.
Oh, good.
I was just like text that we're doing for some promotion for Netflix, and they were like, I texted my mom for weed. She was like, right now. So yeah, I think we've all been there. And I think that's also why so many people can relate to this movie, because you have done those things. And there he is. He thought he was texting the wrong Missy, and he was texting the right Missy ultimately.
Well, it's also nice just in general. I mean, this is on Netflix. It's home for everyone to just laugh in this crazy time we're in. And that's got to be kind of, I don't know, that's got to be satisfying.
I think it's very satisfying. I think never did we thought when we were shooting in Hawaii during, that it would come out during a pandemic. And I have to say, I know I'm like, what's out? What's next? Do we have a kids movie? Like, people are desperate for things. And I think people are really, really going to find this really funny. And I think they're going to really enjoy it. And I'm actually glad that it's coming out now because, so many people will be able to enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, it was an absolute pleasure talking to you via Zoom. Good luck with the movie and good luck with everything.
Stay safe.
You too.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you.
I'm not letting you jump.
I love you, Sid Boris! Oh, shit! Oh, my God! Oh! Jesus! Oh, my God! She's alive! Damn it!